Thanks so much for joining us on Morning Live Sport. Now we are preparing for that huge match. It is the South Africa is taking on the Wallabies at Ellis Park Stadium. They are defending their title in the Rugby Championship. It kicks off at 5 o'clock this afternoon. And just as we did now at Orlando Stadium, we're encouraging people that have tickets to make sure that they head to the stadium early. Make sure that you actually aren't in your car. Make it a pleasant experience for you when you're watching that match. We've come all the way to the Sandton Gautrain station. We've taken all those escalators down if you've ever been here. It is such an awesome experience. And we're chatting to Tsepo Khobe. He is the CEO of the Gautrain Management Agency. Now, if you didn't know, there are a number of park and ride facilities, but also, I suppose, park and train facilities as well. Gautrain and PRASA have an integrated service to get us safely to Ellis Park. Tsepo, thank you so much for joining us. We were just chatting off air about the logistics, and I'd love you to share that with our viewers, because you said that you wanted to make these events as car-free as possible.
Thank you for having me. It is incredible that we are able to do this now, where we can integrate services with events and making sure that we are getting the people there at what do they call it, in time for the game, but also similarly also making sure that what do they call it, that there is the ability for them to not worry about where their car is going to be when they come out. That becomes important. So at all our stations, you can park for R1 and then hop onto the train, and then at Park Station you will then change into a PRASA train, where we will deliver you directly in front of the Ellis Park Stadium, and that would be a pleasant affair that you will not worry about your car. And then when you return, you don't have to worry about you being picked up, and you can have drinks while you are at the game.
You just have to book an Uber once you pick up your car from the Gautrain station, right?
Yes, let's try and make sure that we are safe.
It is R1 a day, so it's not going to cost you much if you need to park it longer.
It is not going to cost you much.
Okay, so you said that you want to integrate this into, implement it rather, with football matches or any other event. Is it something that you're struggling with, or people coming on board with your vision for the car-free event in Gauteng?
So we're doing well with it. I mean, if you look at what we did with the concert at FNB Stadium, the Chris Brown concert last year, we are doing another one this year, and we will soon be, and it's going to be bigger than even the Chris Brown concert. So we will announce it with our partners. But this is something that we see as the vision for Gauteng as a whole, as we start to encourage people to visit Gauteng and show people that Gauteng is not just about the mine dumps. So there's more to it than what you need to be able to see. So we are integrated to a lot of the areas. So we're integrated into Constitutional Hill, we're integrated to Saibono, we're integrated to every other place that you want to visit that's in and around Gauteng as a whole. So we are trying to make sure that people can be able to have a pleasant experience as much as possible. And over the weekend, we are also trying to push a whole lot more of services, including buses that could actually run to points of interest.
So I'm just going to take a quick break to say on behalf of Liesel and myself a goodbye to all our SABC2 viewers. Unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to you. We are going to continue the conversation though, and I hope that if you were watching, that you'll be able to take the Gautrain from any of the Gautrain stations. Just for R1, you can park your car, you purchase the ticket, and then you go to Park Station. From there, you'll get a PRASA train all the way to Ellis Park Stadium as well. So have an awesome day to our SABC2 viewers. We continue the chat. We are talking to Tsepo Khobe from the Gautrain Management Agency. So we continue the conversation with, we are continuing the conversation with Tsepo Khobe, the CEO of GMA, or the Gautrain Management Agency as well. You were mentioning earlier that, other organizations weren't as quick to jump onto your vision. Why do you think there is that reluctance? Because at the end of the day, it assists everyone, including the people that are their ultimate and target customers as well.
I think it's about the change and us making sure that we market the service properly. Okay. I mean, the game at Orlando, as a case in point, I mean, we could have done exactly the same thing. Run additional trains from Park Station to Orlando, and that would have enabled us to be able to get as many people that are going to the stadium as possible into the stadium and then back again, and without you worrying about parking. And I've been to that stadium and I know the hassle of parking in and around the stadium itself. So for me, I truly believe that it is a vision that we all need to embrace. I know we all want to look, all swagged up in our cars, but the hassle of trying to find the car, and then there's the almost close to an hour of you trying to get out of the event after. The last game at what do they call it, at FNB, I ended up getting to the actual game at halftime.
That's happened to me as well with the Soweto Derby, and again, I would be surprised that people would want to take their own cars, because as you mentioned, it's actually a hassle, it's a schlep. So an 8-car train just arrived, is that correct? Just for people that don't know what's the difference and why it's on this particular route, give us a sense of that.
So this is our general passenger service line. It carries the highest volumes that you could ever carry. This is the commuter line. In actual fact, it's the one that goes all the way from Hatfield down to Park, and it gives Gautengers the ability to be able to get to work on time and also hassle-free. You can sit on the train and read, and or just listen to music or watch videos and continue through your journey. And then when you get to the station where you need to get off, you get off and you are able to exit as easy as that.
I'm still surprised. There are many people that still haven't taken the Gautrain. Just chatting to people today, in fact, it really is such a pleasant experience. You were concerned about hygiene and making sure that people don't consume drinks, chew gum and all of that. You've managed to keep the trains in good nick all these years. How have you done that? Is it just by strict security, or do you think people have come into the culture of using the Gautrain?
So the amazing thing is that it has developed its own culture. I always explain to people that when you're going towards the gate, if you tap on the gate and the gate beeps, the individuals that are on the system will guide you on what to do, and it has built up its own culture. There's also very strict security. I've had one of our senior people, I think it was one of our board members that was on the train, the previous board, and I was taking them for a tour, and she took her shoes off, and the security just walked up to her and said, "Ma'am, can you put your shoes? You can't do that here." And she said, "I'm a board member." I said, "No, even me, I cannot tell them anything. You have to put your shoes on." So.
Sepo, thank you so much for chatting to us. I just heard now that we've unfortunately run out of time, but thank you for taking the time out. I'm glad that we managed to see the train. If you are heading to Ellis Park to watch the game, the Springboks taking on Australia, please use the Gautrain and PRASA integrated service just for 43 Rand. I think it is. Yes, 43 Rand from Sandton, plus an additional 1 Rand to park your car, and then you just need to pay the 43 Rand coming back. So under 100 Rand, you can get there without worrying about your vehicle, and it's easy and safe as well. We've been chatting to Tsepo Khobe. He is the CEO of the Gautrain Management Agency about this facility. That's it from me, Stacey Holland, for this hour of your sport. We'll see you in a short while. We have weather and performances coming up on the show, so please don't go anywhere.